Tragic and a deadly year for bikers on Utah roads. We have already had more fatalities than any previous year in the past decade.
News specialist Dan Rascone has this special Road to Zero report and joins us live. Dan, how many deaths have we had so far?
Well, according to UDOT, we've had 11 deaths so far this year. That's almost double what it was last year. Now, on most Utah roads, of course, you do have the bike lane right here, but the Utah law right now is 3 feet. Here's 3 feet right here. That's not a lot of room, but apparently it's not happening on our Utah roads.
I don't wish this upon any parent. It's devastational.
From one tragedy,
she's just out riding her bike, full of life,
to another.
There's a young life that was lost here yesterday.
To another.
I wish Adam and Matthew were home with their families.
38 terrible bike accidents, 11 of them deadly in just 7 months on Utah roads.
This is an event that kind of shakes the ground of the foundation of our community.
It's enough to have the Utah Department of Transportation asking questions.
Well, this has been a terrible year on our roads. We've seen a record number of fatalities.
Spokesman John Gleason says they are still trying to figure out all the reasons why, but it has a lot to do with speeding and distracted drivers.
We are seeing a number of speeding citations and the number of risky behaviors increasing on our roads.
Now I'm having hip problems on this side. So
Lisa Hardy has still not completely healed. She ended up in the hospital and rehab for a couple of months after being hit by a car on her bike in South Jordan several years ago.
I broke my pelvis in 3 places, my shoulder blade, and my cheekbone.
Now she only rides mostly trails and stays off the road.
I think there's more distraction. People are on their phones and they think they're fine and they're looking down real quick and going to look back up.
This is video of avid Utah biker Dale Cressman, who actually documents his close calls with cars. He then posts them on social media, trying to get the word out for drivers to pay attention. UDOT hopes messages like this can serve as a reminder to all drivers.
Sometimes our minds skip over it. We're not always looking for a bicyclist, so we need to train our minds to really look for a bicyclist.
UDOT also reminds bicyclists out here to make sure they're also paying attention and don't ride distracted. But again, a big reminder here, you know, sometimes we get caught up in the numbers, but as UDOT reminds us, we're talking about real people, real lives that are being affected here and the tragedy that's involved with many families.